Hello, my name's Tim, welcome to Tim Burbage Reads, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my book review for The Mutiny of the Elsinore by Jack London. So, this is going to be a book review. I think I'm going to maybe potentially change how I do book reviews on the channel, but Jack London is one of my favourite authors, and I'm going through his back catalogue. So I want to record this review. I want to still do my Jack London reviews because I've got a playlist of all of them. So if you're interested in my journey into Jack London, The Mutiny of the Elsinore was released in 1914, 1915, around there. And we follow the main character books himself, has like some kind of crisis in his life and he wants to escape from it all. So he books himself as a passenger on a ship, the Elsinore, traveling from Baltimore, Washington area, all the way round to the bottom of Cape Horn and then up to Seattle. So kind of going cross country from one side of the States to the other, but the long way round. And this book is interesting for a couple of reasons. One, the title is a spoiler. There is a mutiny on board. I cannot deny that. What's interesting is that the mutiny happens quite late on in the book, and the book itself is very day-to-day. About things just happening on the ship. Everyone is enclosed on the ship, and there's no way for people to escape. So you have that kind of claustrophobia. And with that, the book kind of covers three main themes. One of which is just the workings of a ship. Sails here, ropes there, pull this, put up that. There's a lot of naval terminology, a lot of ship terminology in here as the main character kind of learns how a ship works and how the crew is kind of handled. And that leads me to the second theme that is greatly looked at, which is the crew themselves. What a wretched hive of scum and villainy. What a group. This is an interesting group of people. And, they kind of talk about the only people who would go on a boat like this are people who have no other options. And this is where it comes from, really. And you see there are two. So you have the captain, and then you have two first mates. And then you see the main character kind of forms a pretty good relationship with the two first mates. The captain's a bit more standoffish. And you see how the two first mates kind of talk about the rest of the crew and how they view them, which is very interesting. And you just see all of the shenanigans that this crew gets up to. There's fights, there's murder, there's violence, and ultimately it does lead to mutiny. And then the third stream is the main character gets on the ship and he is looking, where's my room? And he goes to his room and it's not his room because someone else has taken it. A lady has taken it, and she is the captain's daughter. And you see their relationship start off with a bit of friction and then gradually grow to something else. This is a bit of a romance story in its own way. It's very strange. Jack London does romance a bit weird. I don't know if it's just of the time or just how he viewed things, but it's usually the weakest part of any novel that he writes. And this is certainly something because you get the whole thing from one perspective. So did I enjoy the book of what happens? Yes, because it's Jack London. I think his prose is really punchy. It's quite introspective, this one, because you're with one main person's point of view, which does lead to some interesting things, especially about people from different parts of the world. I'm just going to say that. There's some language used that would not be used today. But would I recommend it to people to read? Probably not. I think The Sea Wolf does these things better than The Mutiny of the Elsinore. I think it's pretty good. I think I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't... Am I going to be thinking about this in 6 months? Probably not. I think it's just a book that Jack London wrote and was pretty good. So, and it does have a massive spoiler in the title, which is pretty hilarious. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think of a book that just completely spoils the story in its title, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, get out of my house!